Good. We got this thing.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, and my name is Sharon Jackson, and I am the president and co-founder of the National Women's Collaborative, and welcome to our Women's Wednesday series. We are so thrilled that you're here with us today because we have some important things to talk about. A part of what the National Women's Collaborative did, our part of our operation is that we like to do our speaker collaborator spotlight. And so today we're going to spotlight Cherie Griffith-Dunn and Sonia Alvelo. They are going to talk to us about watching your cookies and protecting your businesses from hackers, because we know we all hate those hackers. So welcome, Cherie and Sonia, and I'm going to let you take it away, Sonia.
Good morning, good afternoon for all of you watching today. We're so excited at the offices of Latin Financial and Latin Financial Podcast. So we welcome all of you. We're super excited to have Cherie here talking about all those cookies that you don't want to open. Okay, that's super, super important. So, but before we start, we wanted to actually say thank you to my wonderful Sharon. You are amazing. This is the opportunities that we're looking for to empower women and have the tools ready at their fingertips. So in National Collaborative, you are amazing. Thank you for the opportunity. And I wanted to welcome Cherie. Tell us, welcome, Cherie.
Thank you for inviting me into the Latin Financial Studio. This is so amazing, you guys. Great to be here. Thank you, Sharon, for the collaboration. Sonia and I met about not even 8 months ago, and we have really been, connected at the hip. And she is the one who connected me to meet Sharon and team. So I'm so glad to be a part of the National Women's Collaborative. It's just a phenomenal organization. Please be sure to, if you're new to the organization, check them out, and you certainly want to become a part of it.
Absolutely, absolutely. You know, you guys have done some amazing events throughout the past few years. So, you know, anybody who's, following me or following Cherie, and you know what, follow this amazing, group, because you know what, they have so many people that you can link up and help. If you have any questions, we're here for you. So before anything, I'm so excited, and I'm gonna say hi in Spanish to all my friends out there that they're watching. Hola, saludos a todos. We're still in the Latino Heritage Month, so felicidades a todos, because para eso es que estamos, para seguir adelante. So once I got that done and over with, I wanted to say something in Spanish for my followers. So
ladies, hey, before we get started, let me just say something very quickly. Because we have some new members that are joining us today, if you can put in the chat what city you're representing and your LinkedIn handle, that will be perfect. And that way we can stay in contact with you. Take it away, Sonia.
Ooh, yes. So let's talk about, obviously we went to Puerto Rico to Women's in Business, event, for all the powerful, females that they travel to Puerto Rico. And we had a blast, a lot of information for all of you, but everybody was talking about the cookies. So all of you who doesn't know, that's one of the reasons we're here, and she's here. Cherie is going to explain. We're going to start with the cookies. What is the cookies?
So, as I love how Sharon said, this is not the cookies you took from your mama's cookie jar. These are, when we talk about cybersecurity, it's a buzzword that everyone is talking about, but it's a serious situation. For those of you who are not new or really want to understand what cybersecurity is, it is an actual thing in terms of people who have come together and they call themselves hackers. And so what these individuals do is that they spend their days and their nights searching for your information, how to retrieve your personal data. And so what my company does as cybersecurity firm, we go after them. So think of us like kind of like the FBI. We are the police. So we're going out there and we are stopping the hackers from achieving your personal data. And so one of the easiest ways that people are able to obtain your information is through cookies. And so what cookies are is that you'll notice before, let's go back, before a website did not have to tell you that they were taking your information, which is the cookies. So now with new federal regulations that's been put through with our Personal Privacy Act law, they are now required, including myself in Latin Financial, to tell you that we're using your cookies and what we're using them for. So we take these cookies and then we use this data. So we're able to track you. We're able to send you information. I remember once upon a time, a girlfriend said, I think Facebook can hear me, because whenever I'm on Facebook, I start talking about different ads and I start seeing these ads scroll. So you're right. And those are called cookies. They're voice cookies, audio cookies. And so we've been talking about the cookies that are little breadcrumbs that people are now able to utilize to sell your information.
So let me ask you this, now that we're talking about cookies, before we continue about so many important topics. So do we choose what cookies, or just deny or decline all the cookies in every single website or every link that you receive? Do you automatically say, no, I don't want it? Or what's to do? What can you do?
That's a good question. You have the opportunity to click on and tell them what you want your information used for. If you go right now, you guys, because you're all on some type of device, right? If you go to a website and it says, let us accept your cookies or decline, you can decline and still have access to that website. Most people think you have to accept all the cookies. And keep in mind, when it says all, that means you're giving them permission to sell your information to a third-party entity. So if that company is not an upstanding company, they could be selling your information to a hacker. You have no idea where your information is going. So a little pro tip is click on it and tell it, no, I don't want you to sell my information to third party. No, I don't want you to keep my information for advertising, right? Or basically, decline the cookies. Don't let them track you. Stop giving away your information so easily.
So automatically, when you decline all the cookies, you can, you can go to the site, like, just to review the sites or anything that somebody sends you, but you have all the right, just decline everything and
just decline.
Absolutely, super interesting.
Stop giving away your information. This is how cybersecurity became a big buzzword, and a big thing is because we are so willy-nilly giving away our private information, and it's become second place for us, just normal complacency for us to go to a website and give them everything, right? We're so used to doing that now. So now we got to roll it back. You really need to open up and look at your information as being this security fortress, right? You don't want people to get your information. You want to be able to secure it the best way you can. And so today we're going to give you a few tips on how to actually do that. But you will have access to a download if you go to my website, and you'll get 10 steps. It's a 10-step guide to help you prepare against cyber attacks.
That's phenomenal. This is super important. Now that all of us, I'm pretty sure, I've done it before, and all of you, I'm pretty sure that you do it all the time. How can we go back and just delete or save or clean anything in our computers to do that, just to delete all the information that we gave away? Is there still time to fix it for our end?
Yeah, absolutely. You can go delete your cookies.
Okay.
And delete your cookies. So if you're on a Windows, just go up to File, go down to History, and click on Delete My Cookies. You can do the same thing in Mac as well. You want to do this on a regular basis, especially if you're someone who's on the internet all the time, which we are. We work. We're constantly on the internet for personal use. How many of us are out there who are entrepreneurs and you use the same computer for work and personal? That's a danger zone. So if you're going to mix your business with your personal, you have to be extra safe.
This is a super important topic. I'm learning as I go. So even though, you've been preparing me for this conversation since I met you, you're like, Sonia, do this, protect your safety, safety of your information and obviously our customers. So that's why we're here. So, okay. So let's talk about how you started the company, when you started and how did it come about?
Yeah, so I've been teaching innovation for the last 4 years, and it's just so ironic that I never came up with anything, but I teach other people how to do that, right? Isn't that the way? And so I have 2 companies. I have CGD LLC. We are a business intelligence, IT integration, and professional trainers. So basically, you guys, that just means that we help you align your systems, process, and your people. So has anyone been in a company where they've had a new upgrade of IT software, and next thing you know, your frontline associates, the people who are actually doing the work, it just made it more difficult? And then the customers can barely get through, and it just complicates the situation. So we go in and we help the tech group that you have upgrading your systems understand what the organization needs to actually have it flow better, and what their how to make it easier for their customers to actually do business with you. And so through that process, I was asked to help prime contractors and subprime contractors who work with the federal government to become compliant. So we have a cybersecurity maturity measure that needs to be met. This means that every company who works for the federal government, holds a contract, has to meet a specific number of requirements. It's our NIST 800-171 requirement, in order for them to say you're safe. But what I realized is, even if I help you become safe, your back door is wide open, because you have nothing protecting you, defending you from hackers. And so I went out on a quest to find out if there were other companies out there who could provide cybersecurity services for small businesses.
And women in tech, as well.
Yeah.
You don't see them that often.
Not at all. Not at all. It's a different world to be in. But I am certified as a cybersecurity information security officer. So I did my homework, I've done my due diligence and my testing, my training, but I was able to come up with a new model of protecting small businesses and personal use from being attacked with hackers. And so we created Cyproteck.
I love it. I love the story behind that as well. As a woman in business, myself in the financial industry and you in the tech industry, there's not that many of us. So we got to stick together and help everybody to continue to run their business in a safe way. So, I think that we have so many things in common. So
absolutely. And even to that point, being in finance, you have people's personal information. And think about that. Even us as small business entrepreneurs, maybe we're selling a program or we're selling items. You're taking people's personal information.
And we don't sell, in this industry, it's kind of crazy. Companies, they actually sell the information. They get paid to sell it. We don't.
Exactly.
We wanted to make sure that the information from Latin and Sharp Capital and the industry that and the companies that we own, we wanted to make sure that everything is secure. And that's why we have you on board as well. So let's talk about a little bit, switch the conversation a little bit. What is the role for cybersecurity in a small business and why it's so important?
Yeah, so the role as a cybersecurity firm for your small business would be that we are your IT team. We are the ones who are protecting your data, your privacy. Anything that you upload to the cloud, we're protecting that infrastructure. We're providing you with an umbrella of security. We call it a firewall. So we're making sure. Yeah. So what that is we are making sure that no one can penetrate into your system. And so that's what we do 24/7, 365.
You like what you're saying?
And
just say, why don't you eat a
somebody wasn't on mute. Oh, okay. Yeah. We thought you had a question. We'd love to have questions. If you have a question, let us know.
Absolutely.
But the reason that we need cybersecurity is because we can't protect what we can't see.
That's so true.
And you're not seeing the dark web. You're not going out there to understand where your information lies. But that's our job. We're out there every day looking to make sure that your information remains where you want it to remain, which is under your umbrella in your company, and not pieces of it floating around into the internet.
I love your company because of that. You have different packages for different, if it's business, if it's personal, if it's a small company, if it's a big corporation, you apply yourself into, you study that company, you actually put a package together, and, obviously call, ask the questions right now, and this information is going to be over and over in our, in our pages. So this is super important. If you have questions, how they can actually reach you, directly.
Yeah, so you can go to cyproteck.com, and we spell it different. It's CYPROTECK.com. You will go there if you're interested in understanding how vulnerable is my company right now. Yeah. Go ahead and click, and we'll give you a free assessment. We're going to go through, and we're going to take a look at your networks. We're going to look at how you utilize your data, how you store it, where you save it.
I love that.
The whole premise of Cyprosecure was to give people an at-a-glance and real-time view of your organization. Our dashboard provides you with your vulnerability risk score on a daily basis. It also tells you whether or not you're found on the dark web. Wow. If we find you on the dark web,
that means that our information is out there.
Your information is out there, but our system, we're going to delete it for you. We're going to get your information off of that dark web so that you know that you could be secure and have peace of mind to continue to run your business and do what you do well.
Oh my goodness. You are lucky to be listening to this conversation. This is amazing. So
hey, Sonia, let me just jump in very quickly because there are a couple of questions that have come in specifically. Carol out of Richmond, Virginia wants to know, what is the dark web?
Carol, hey, my friend. Yes, the dark web is just like a regular internet, but it's another level of browser. And you can actually go there. You can go to Donald Duck is one of the websites that you can go to and start browsing on the dark web. Just beware. Make sure that you're in incognito window. You don't have any of your files open because you don't want anyone to have access to your information. But it's a place where they sell anything and everything.
Oh, wow.
You can buy people, diamonds, drugs, you name it. It's being sold on the dark web. And people will go, how does that exist if we have the FBI, we have the CIA? Yeah. Well, it's because they're always one step ahead. They do things called pinging and cookies. So what they do is their one IP address might ping 5 different IP addresses. Wow. So you can't pinpoint who they are. And once you get there, they don't leave their footprint. They don't leave their breadcrumb.
So that's why companies like, especially your company goes and protects you, eliminates that fear, and that information out there. This is incredible.
Yeah.
Sharon, I know that you said that you have another question.
Yeah, there was another question. Is it necessary to purchase a firewall, or can you use some of the free online firewalls that are available?
Great question. So the answer is at your own risk. Because when you're utilizing a free service of firewall, they do not have the intricacy, the intelligence, and the threat defend that we have as a company with cybersecurity. So any cybersecurity company, we are on lock. If you're getting a free service, they're going to provide you with a surface level protection, which unfortunately, for those who have antivirus, we won't name them, but those of you who have antivirus, a lot of you have called because you've been hacked. What an antivirus is that it provides you with protection, but it's going to alert you that you just got attacked. So it's not a preventive measure. So we want to provide you with a proactive preventive measure so that you don't get attacked. And our services have the ability, as soon as you download our package, if you have a virus, it's going to contain that virus and kill it in milliseconds. And it's going to make sure if it attacked any of your files, it'll roll those files back to the original way that they were.
Wow, that was very interesting. And the next question you just answered. Let me see. Okay, can you explain the difference between the antivirus, anti-malware, and firewall?
Yeah. So antivirus, their protection is limited.
Okay.
They protect against the known viruses. Okay. Malware is a type of malicious virus that will attack your system. It's another level of a virus. So think of it like COVID. I like to explain it like COVID. When we first originally got attacked with COVID, no one knew how to protect us against it, right? Then they came out with protection and we thought we were good. But then a variant came out, right? And that's what happens with viruses, is that any type of virus that your system might receive, just know that there's a hacker creating a variant to that virus. And if you don't have the systems that can generate the protection against that new antivirus, that new variant, then you're not going to be protected from the new variants. And so that is the difference between antivirus and cybersecurity, is that an antivirus will protect you against known viruses. However, we get a report every day we're generating showing how many of these known viruses are created with a different variant. And now we need stronger measures to go after and attack that virus to kill it.
So every day we out there unsecure.
Unsecure. It's the unknown. So how much longer do we want to continue to live in a world where we have basically no control over who is going to take our information and what they're actually doing with it? You know, I call it, you know, we're ready to go into this cyber war, right? We're having an epidemic that, like we did with COVID, and we have to get prepared against this cyber war because, listen, it's not going away.
Unfortunately, we run our business, and after COVID, everything is online. So you want to make sure
everything.
Yes, I mean it's kind of crazy, to be honest with you. Everything that we do, I carry my laptop everywhere, and always with that fear. Oh my goodness, I can't lose this laptop because my information. But I know that you're gonna take care of me for that. Yes. So let's keep on going with the questions, and I hope everybody is having a wonderful time. We are rocking and rolling over here, sharing the house to the viewers. You know what? Keep asking questions because that's why we're here. Okay.
Well, I have to tell you, Dr. Adrian has joined us from Puerto Rico.
No way!
Yay. And she had a question. She's the president of a conservation nonprofit organization. And for several years now, the hackers have been creating email addresses under their organization asking people for money. Now, what can they do to stop that?
Great question.
Yeah,
oh
that's our phishing epidemic has really gotten sophisticated. And I hate to say it because we're going to bring up this AI, you guys. That's why artificial intelligence, a lot of the different apps and programs out there are allowing people to duplicate your imaging of your company.
Yes.
Oh. So you really need to have cybersecurity to protect you. You want a program and a product that is going to protect your emails so that it is going to identify where this IP is coming from. And that's what the problem is. So let's talk about a pro tip on what can help. Make sure everyone in the company has their second authenticator completed.
Yes.
Go through every employee, make sure they've done it on there, that it sends to their email, that they have it to the authenticator app. One of our clients, big company, they have an IT department. We just acquired them as a client because they didn't have cybersecurity protection. One of their employees forgot to complete their second authenticator.
That's when they went.
And they were able to get in through the email, obtain all of their information, and start hacking them. So we have to make sure that we stay safe, that we are double checking policies and procedures on how we're managing our company. And that's something that we help with, which is risk compliance. And if you need help with that, please reach out. We can certainly get you some, policy that you can quickly follow. But yeah, a cybersecurity protection model could certainly stop all of the duplicated emails coming through.
We have to, like I said again, this is super important. We have to invest in our business, in ourselves. If you are an entrepreneur, you have to invest in this, just to make sure that you are safe and to start a brand that is safe for others, us for businesses, small businesses, there's different packages, information. There's so many things that we can actually do to prevent this. So let's talk about, let me see what we have over here. And hi to everybody in Puerto Rico. That's awesome that they're logging in.
Yes.
Let me see, how will you ensure that exactly what we were talking about. How would you ensure that our employees follow the best practices for password? You already explained that just a couple of minutes ago, so we're just gonna roll to the next questions. Let me see, what are some common social engineering techniques and how we can protect against them?
Yeah, so, okay, who loves iPhone? We all do.
Guilty, yes.
You really need to keep up with your patch management, which is your updates. You really need to do them immediately.
And a lot of people that just say no, the last update for the new iPhone, everybody was saying, no, don't do it, but it's going to protect you at the end.
Here's why you needed to do it. Because Facebook and Twitter was hacked.
Ooh,
did y'all
we're
know
gonna
that?
talk about that. Yes, let's talk about this.
So the reason that Apple sent out the double dose of upgrades was to fix the error, which was an open link that a hacker got into and who was able to hack Facebook and Twitter to obtain the information.
And that was recently as well.
That was recently, you guys. So if you haven't, even with Android, update your phones, update your Chrome browsers, update your systems. Make sure that your systems are updated. That is a great way to prevent yourself from being hacked on social media, because when you're not updated, that's how they are able to infiltrate into your systems and become you. Make sure at all times that you are an original. You want to make sure people are only able to identify information by coming back to you with your second authenticator, making sure that your information is updated and they have your correct email and your cell phone information.
Quick question, and I know that's not in the questions that we have right now, and we are gonna improvise over here. For social media, there's a lot of hacking in terms about double persons, that create your account. It's like a duplicate of yourself. It has all your information, your photos. They recycle the information through, I guess, Google or whatever it is that they have. What can we do to avoid that part? Is it that we have to contact Facebook? What do we do, or social media platforms, to secure our, our information?
This is a touchy situation, because I know people who have been hacked on their social media, and Facebook would not believe that was them. Yeah. They're like, I'm the real person. This is not.
Yes.
Right. So it's hard to really showcase who you are, because identity theft is real. And the AI measures is really making it easier for people to do that. So what you have to do at that point is I would contact a cybersecurity firm, because that's a virus. We're going to be able to click into your system to find out where is your leak going on. Absolutely contain and delete it. Here's the issue. The issue is that hackers are in it for the long haul. They are no longer doing this quick in and out like they used to. They are in your system for a long time. They're very patient. They're going to take $1 out of your account, and you're not even going to notice it.
Wow.
They'll start taking 15 cents out of your account. You won't know. They're going to start doing stupid emails to people. You don't even understand what's happening. because they're going to wait until your guard is completely down and then they wipe you clean.
Wow.
So you got to get protected.
That is so crazy, but I know people that they have been through that. I got a close friend of mine that recently lost all her information, business, in Facebook actually, and she was devastated because, like you said, they didn't believe that it wasn't her, and lost all those memories because you know what, what we would do right now if we don't have social media. You know, we would go kind of crazy. Myself, I love social media. That's why we're doing this.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's amazing.
It's become a way of our life. It's how we keep in touch with grandparents that don't live in the same state so that we can show the pictures of the kids growing up.
No, into COVID, you know, obviously it helped us, you know, to maintain that relationship and, you know, being apart but being so close. So, you know, oh my goodness.
And the hard part about that is you're violated.
Yeah.
Someone came in and stole from you, took your personal stuff. It's a devastating feeling. You feel hopeless when that happens.
And that's why we have you.
Yeah.
And your company. So all of you.
You know,
Sharon.
here's
Okay,
the fact.
well, let me say this. We do have another question that came in. Okay, now that Cherie has scared the hell out of us.
Oh my
Cherie, what you do?
But this woman wrote in and she said she's a small business owner, and her original firm suggested that all of her employees have a uniform password. Yeah, and so she got hacked. And how important is it for your employees to have their own identification?
Yeah, you know, this is why I created the program Cybersecurity, the product, just because of that. Because when you're a small business owner, you feel like you lose control when you have employees.
Yeah.
And you can't really mandate what they're doing. You can't see what they're doing. So Cybersecurity allows you to see that. You get to see every single one of your employees. You have the ability to see what they're doing when they're doing something incorrect. That's creating vulnerability for you. Every employee has to have their own private password. It needs to be secure. You don't want to be able to hack it. If you can get in, there's a big situation.
Yeah.
So Cybersecurity dashboard actually shows you which employee is high risk for you, which one is medium risk or low risk. And you're able to actually click to see why. Are they someone who uses their passwords are too hackable? Are they on
like
Wi-Fi?
1, 2, 3, you know,
Most common password in the world, you guys, is password 1, 2, 3. I promise you. We got to get past that.
Goodness.
Yeah. So what we do is anytime your employee does something that creates vulnerability or risk for your company, they automatically get deployed a course that is related to the incident that took place. We want to help correct the behavior that this employee is now doing so that they can then decrease the threat of vulnerability. So they're going to take this course, they're going to learn, because we realize that 95% of a lot of the reasons that people get hacked is because of human error. We have bad habits, you guys. So our job is to correct those bad habits. And we know the bad habits. And we know that employers don't have the time to do that.
Yep.
So our system automatically does it. Every time they do something risky in their company, they will be deployed a course. And every day, twice, 5 times, 10 times a day, they can go into the owner can go into their dashboard and actually see who's creating these issues. And then they can have a pointed conversation with that individual.
I like that. I like that a lot. Quick question. What do you recommend? If we have, obviously, passwords that we, you know, it could be our address, it could be our dog, it could be, you know, anything related to you. Do you recommend for us to actually pick something that is only you would know, or stuff generate online? You know, that they give you those options. Okay, you can actually pick something that is completely random, but you would never forget, you know, you would never remember, or you would pick something yourself.
Yeah, passwords is a difficult thing to do because we forget them, don't we? And so
All the
it's
time,
so
yes.
hard to try to create this amazing password. And I even had someone say, okay, but I want to use the generated password, but what if my system gets hacked? What if someone takes my system? Do they have access to that, right? So here's a key for you. Take a look at the generated password. See how they put it together with the symbols and the letters. That's what makes it tricky for people to identify and understand your password. So you want to create passwords, I like to say, in phrases.
Okay.
Because people don't know really what you do. Well, that's a lie. Because we tell everything on Facebook and Instagram, right? We need some privacy, people. Stop telling everyone what you're doing, where you're at.
It's like you're talking to myself. Stop, Sonia. Stop.
Yeah. If you don't learn anything else from today, please go put your privacy on. Don't tell people where you are. Don't do it after when you come back. Be safe about who you are. You don't need everyone in your business, right? Passwords, use phrases, use dashes, symbols to break it up, and create long passwords. Let's make sure that they're at least 10 to 12 characters long.
Wow. Sharon,
Okay.
you having a great time over there?
Yeah, so we have another question, and this comes from Orlana out of Pittsburgh. She said, in addition to deleting cookies on your computer, what should you do about
coming back? Yes.
What should you do about deleting stuff on your phone? Because oftentimes what we do, because we're creating all these passwords, we store them on our phone so we don't forget.
Awesome question.
So storing and cookies are different, right? So
Right.
you have when you go in to delete your cookies, remember now, they're going to give you the option to keep your browser history, to keep your passwords, right?
Yeah.
That are linked in, but then it says delete your cookies. That's your trackable, your traceable things, we call them little breadcrumbs that you want to delete. You can delete that on your phone. And stay tuned, you guys, because we've been working diligently hard. My team and I have been working through the night for the last 2 months, putting together our mobile security that will be available in November, that will protect your mobile device. But go ahead and go on your mobile device and clear your cookies. You can do that as well on your mobile.
Wow. I didn't know that about the cell phone. So
Yes.
you know that once we finish over here, that's exactly what I'm going to do. Oh my God. Okay. So a couple of more questions. So let me see, how often should we conduct security audits, testing, and why?
Good question. So typically industry standard is, they'll typically tell you, you only need an audit every 6 months. I say you need an audit weekly, monthly.
Oh, wow.
You need to know,
Yeah.
You don't have time. If we're a small business and I get hacked, I'm out of business. I have no bounce back ability. I'm not a corporation. And so we have to make sure that we're putting measures in to really audit our systems on a weekly basis. And that is why our Cybersecurity dashboard does that daily, every minute in real time, to make sure you understand what your vulnerabilities are.
Wow. Do you have a portal for the clients to actually log in and see that
Yes.
information, or you send like a weekly information sheet? And okay, you've been hacked, obviously you do that automatically, but can they have the opportunity just to log in? And maybe they will not understand what they're seeing, but that's why your team is there.
Right. Well, I hope that they would understand, but if not, then, because we do train them on how to understand the dashboard.
That was my next question.
But yeah, they have their own dashboard that they can log into with their company that they can actually see.
That's phenomenal.
Yeah.
So,
and then each of their employees will get their own login for their courses. They can't see the dashboard, but they'll be able to take the courses.
So you thought about everything at this point, from the beginning, if it's a small company, entrepreneur, or small, medium corporation, you took the step by step to protect them in every single way. So this is why it's so important for you guys, reach out, and we're going to say, where can they reach you, how they can actually contact you and your team, so they can actually know how to get in contact with you?
Yeah, we'd love to have you. Again, if you're just interested in understanding what could you do to enhance your services, the infrastructure of your company now, we do something called the vulnerability assessment. And that is a great opportunity for you to understand where your weak areas are. But you could go to cyproteck.com, and that's CYPROTECK. And there, if you click on the buy now, this is, we just launched our personal cybersecurity protection, because we realized that a lot of people have been saying, I don't have a business, but I have me.
Yeah.
Or I work for a corporation, and when I'm at work, I'm secure. When I come home and open up their laptop and get into their VPN, I'm secured. But when I go touch my own personal laptop to do my banking, to pay my bills, to do my searching, I'm not secured. And so that's why we have our white glove service, which is our Cyprosecure product. We have it available for senior citizens, for students. We have a discount for them.
Yeah,
We even have a family package and an individual personal package.
We're going to talk about our personal package, family package after this.
Yeah.
Yes.
Let me see what else.
So let me say, I did put your website in the chat, so please make sure you copy it and get in contact with Cherie. We do have a really quick question before you go on to the next part, Sonia. With the new trend, Cherie, of working from home, oftentimes you're juggling back and forth between on the company website or, the company work and personal. Do you think the risk of hackers has increased because so many people are working from home?
Absolutely. And the main reason is your Wi-Fi. Is your Wi-Fi secure? If you go back and check to see if your Wi-Fi is secure, you'll notice that they provide you with the more extensive security level, the more money you pay.
Yes. Internet and anything from home is so expensive.
Mm-hmm.
It's as expensive of having a business related.
Well, actually, it's cheaper. If you have a business, you can actually get business Comcast. Reach out to me. I can get you a great deal on some business Comcast services. And it has the level of security that you measure that you need to protect yourself. But yes, has it increased in regards to how many people are being hacked now? Absolutely. And it has weakened the security infrastructure for your company that you work for. Wow. And so if you go back to your company and just kind of say, hey, on a daily basis, how many threat attempts do we get? They would be like, the IT guy would be like, oh, we're up 24/7, because they are constant. Hackers don't sleep. They are constantly trying to get in. That's all they do, right? It's kind of like us. We get up, we go to our job. That's what we do. They get up, they go to their job. It's what they do. Think about, Japan. They have hackers that are 5 years old.
Jesus.
5 years old hacking, you guys. We are completely behind the curve. And let me go into cybersecurity education. Why would you want to become certified in cybersecurity? Why? Because there is a 400,000 open position opportunity. It is so important for everyone who has ever thought about getting into technology to have this opportunity to get into this gateway. It's so, so important. We partner with Bridgeport University, who put on a 12-week cybersecurity certification program where you'll learn cybersecurity, ethical hacking, and network security. These are the fundamentals that you need to work in my company. They're the fundamentals that you need to become C++, to go take your CISO, which is your CISO. That's what I am. You need these fundamentals to go to the next level in your life. Anyone who gets into this field is going to change the trajectory of their family's lives. Wow. This is a high paid field.
What would you say to females in business, young entrepreneurs or young females that they don't know what to do and maybe they're inclined to actually take IT for their careers, what would you say to them? You know, are you thinking in the future also doing something for them, you know, like a one-on-one? Obviously, I think you'll be great at it in your team, but what would you say to them at this point?
Yeah, I mean, I have been doing a huge push for women to get into cybersecurity, a huge push. It is so necessary. I'm a unicorn. Hi. Never thought that I would be, but this, in my whole life, I've always been safety and security. And I've gone through a lot of different careers and jobs, retired from corporate America as a leader, and finally found something that I truly enjoy and love, and have been able to embody. And I'm going to take as many people along for the ride as they want. So if you are a woman and you are interested in learning more about cybersecurity, please reach out to me. My email is Cherie, that's CHERIE @cyproteck.com. Reach out, let's have a conversation about what that actually looks like for you. It's, you know, it's more than just writing code. Although I write code, but that's in the background of it. You know, there's forward-facing positions. We need cybersecurity analysts, cybersecurity technicians. We need cybersecurity support desk. They need to be able to understand the product so that they can help our clients. It is just a field that is massive. It's growing, and the time is now. Phenomenal. The time is now.
That's phenomenal. Thank you for, you know, acknowledging that. Okay, so we have one more question, and then we can go back to, you know, the questions from you. Let me see. Okay, yeah. How can someone get into the field security?
To get into the field,
yes.
Yeah. So go ahead, go to Bridgeport University, take a look at their cybersecurity certification program. I think I have some people here who are in the class. It's intense, but you can do it.
Is that Bridgeport is the only one who's actually providing that? You know, that
I'm partnered with them. Okay. So there are, and so I forgot to tell you.
Tell me now.
You come through me, you get it free. So
there you go.
It's a $12,000 program that you get to get certified for free if that's something that you're interested in. But yeah,
you're gonna be busy after this. You know that the people are gonna reach out to you.
Just know that you know, we're in the program right now. We've opened up the spring, and we'll be, you know, looking at next fall as well. But just know that there's other organizations, there are other institutions who do this. Like we are now in Africa, so we're working with Accra University in Ghana to bring the certification program there. So there's, you know, a lot of different organizations and universities that have a cybersecurity program, and they do cost. So, you know, stay tuned. We're doing all that we can. We know that if people want to change a career, cost is an issue, right? Being able to do that, and you need to schedule flexible. So we're working with some different organizations to really try to provide them with the resources to get them educated.
Phenomenal. I really enjoy the whole, you know what, it's been an hour and we having so much fun doing this. So I really wanted to say thank you. You know, we have a friendship, we work in, you know, in the business together. We respect each other, and we just give each other the most, you know, respect possible, and we encourage each other, you know. So
we do. It's important, you guys.
Yeah, so I really wanted to say thank you for coming in and just having this amazing, you know, interview. And for all of you, thank you for, you know, being out here with us and having a good time, and, you know, getting all the information that you need. Sharon, oh my goodness, you are amazing. Thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you. Well, you know what? There's actually a question for you, Sonia.
Oh, no. No.
Yeah, there's a question for you. What are the effects of AI on the financial industry?
Oh, my goodness. You know what? Since I started the company, and that was before COVID, we've been in business for long 13, 14 years now. So before, believe it or not, we do business all over the US. You know, at the beginning, we started with the US, and it was everything online. AI has been interacting everything in terms about our website, that you check out my website and you said it yourself. For you to say our website is phenomenal, I was super, you know, proud. So, you know, we do everything online. from getting the business statements to do everything. The application is online and it's completely, safe and secure. We're not going to change. We're just going to grow and get, information from her company and secure all the information that we get throughout the years. Because you know what? We're not going anywhere. We've got to stay here. There's a lot, businesses right now, they wanted to apply fast. They wanted to know if they approve fast or if they decline fast. So we wanted to be able for them to apply as easy as they can. A click of a button, upload the statements, submit it, and then the following day we can actually reach out and do everything that we have to do. So, for us online, and everything else, that's why it's so important for our business to be protected, with her services. So, we do what we do best, and we have companies like that to help us. So,
right. Well, I guess
if you wanted to know more about Latin Financial, I gotta say, if you have your business and you looking or you don't know if you are approved, because traditional lending is not easy. It's not, the process is not easy. And sometimes they just bypass you because, you're a small company. Just call us, latinfinancial.biz, and call the 1-800 number, 877-287-7826, and my extension is 102.
Wonderful, wonderful. Well,
Baby.
well, first of all, I have to thank you all so much for doing this again for us today. We did it in Puerto Rico at our summit, and we hope to do it next year again, because I'm sure next year there'll be some other threat, or because it's ever changing. But this is very important for us. This is what the National Women's Collaborative is all about. It's about women helping each other, women supporting each other, women sharing the information and promoting each other. Our next series coming up is on October 25th, and it is Are You Board Ready? Our guest speaker has a challenge of putting 1,000 women on corporate boards every year.
Wow, bravo.
And I think already this year she's up to 1,066. But, there's just some things we don't know. Like some people don't know that you can get paid to be on boards. Nonprofit boards, how important they are. So join in for our next one. But again, thank you, ladies. Don't forget to contact Cherie at cyproteck.com. Contact Sonia. I know our email by heart, but it's latinfinancial.biz. But really, that's what we're all about. And don't forget to follow us on Facebook and LinkedIn. And I have to say, my younger members, they're like, Sharon, if you're not on the gram, you don't exist. So now we're on Instagram, but stay tuned. We have some exciting things coming up for 2024. We're going to announce our We Mean Business Summit Part 3, but we're going to say Trace because we're back in Puerto Rico. And Sonia's always getting on me about not speaking Spanish.
You're gonna learn. I'm gonna make sure that you learn at least one sentence every month. So when you go back to Puerto Rico next year, you'll be ready.
Thank you. But again, thank you for giving us an hour of your time. This is recorded. So later on today, we will upload it on our Facebook as well as LinkedIn. Again, it's very important to protect your business. You need to have a business and make sure it's financially stable. So you call Sonia, and then you want to protect it. So you call Cherie. So
great team, I'm telling you.
As we say, you got to protect your cookies. Why are you giving them away? Right?
Hashtag cookies.
Stop giving your cookies away. I love it.
No, but again, thank you so much for joining us today. And we'll see you in a couple of weeks. Thank you, ladies.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Adios.